Okay, thank you very much for clicking on and welcome to today's video. Today I've pulled out a box out of my storage or shipping containers, storage containers, whatever you want to call it. I've got a full size shipping container, full floor to ceiling, front to back of unlisted stock, backlog stock from when I closed my shop. Things I bought to excess, where I bought so much I can't list it, I put some stuff away. So now the car boot sale season is pretty much shut down for me until Easter. I'm going to be pulling a box, one or two boxes a week out of the lockup, and I'm going to have a little look what's in them. And it's like Christmas for me. This lockup has been closed for probably 5 years that I know of, so the stuff in here is at least 5 year old, and some of it's probably closer to 10. Because I am a bit of a hoarder, I've always hoarded stock. You should have seen my garage. In fact, if you like hoarder videos, take a look at when I started emptying my garage, and I was pulling boxes out, and some of them had thousands of pounds worth of stock in them. So this winter, we're going to be going through my lockup, and hopefully you enjoy that journey where you're going to get to see stock that I haven't seen in 5 or even 10 years. So, should we get started on today's video? This is the first little box I've pulled out of the lockup, and we'll have a look what's there.
Okay, so it's the first one we're pulling out of the lockup for this season. I have absolutely no idea what's in here. So we have a 1920s paper or magazine rack. Nice little bit of brass on the front there, little pressed brass. This will all clean up, believe it or not. See all that? I'll put a bit of wood stain on there, and that'll probably be about £20, something like that, no problem at all. It's a claret decanter. That doesn't belong to me. So we have studio pottery, no maker, stamps on the base. I love this sort of drip glaze, and it's a really nice form. So with this one, I'll actually put it on to the studio pottery identification group on Facebook and see if I can get some help. But again, you're going to be talking £15–20, something like that, for a nice bit of studio pottery like that. As you can see, I've got a lot of brass. Now brass, copper and brass are flying up in price at the moment. You're talking, I think brass is about £4 a kilo, something like that now. Copper's up like £6.5–7 a kilo. So we got an eagle, mounted on a wooden plinth. It's not very cleanly mounted, but it's mounted on a wooden plinth. Again, they're not fortunes, they're about 20 quid, 15–20 quid again. This one has come off this plinth. There's his plinth. So another, I'll glue that back onto the plinth, no problem at all, bit of super glue, and that's if I put him, I may even just clean it up and let it sit on the stand. But again, nice big bird, 20 quid. This is a bell metal mortar. You would have a pestle with it to grind up your herbs and whatever, spices, or even if it's a medical from a pharmacy. This one, bell metal, is going to be late 18th century. Got a colour on it. So that is a late 18th century mortar. They used to sell for about £45–50. Without the pestle now, that's probably again 20 quid, £25. This one here is a pharmacy mortar, and they'd strap it down. The handles, they would strap it down. It's a bit smaller and quite a lot newer. This one I would say is probably early 20th century, but again similar sort of money. A nice big pair of candlesticks. Now candlesticks always do well at Christmas. I think they're oak. Looking at them with brass sconces, and they're a good size. So you're talking 15, 18 inches, I'd guess. And it's got this open barley twist here. Quite a nice pair of candlesticks actually. They're probably closer to £25, £30. I've got a collection. That's the little plaque have come off there, which we'll have to stick back on. But I got a collection of brass miners. Now, if you know me, you know I love anything coal mine related. These were all the figures and that I had up for sale when I had my shop open. They've been in the box for years. Now they're going to end up on the website. But coal mining figures, coal mining anything, I sell well. And I got a collection of these. Again, this is all sort of 15, 20, 30 pound sort of stock. A nice heavy brass miner like that's 15, 20 pound, no problem at all. Same with the last one. Again, another one. These are probably 1980s in date. That is solid cast. That's not hollow. That is a solid cast miner. It's well over a kilo, 2 kilos of solid brass. These are all going to be going on very similar money. There's another one by there. This one, British made, registered design, NVB. So that's really heavy solid brass, and a smaller one there. I may make a job lot of the small examples. So I've only got the 2 small miners, so I'll probably put those 2 on for 20 quid the pair. Tenner each. We've got another big one, and it goes like so. So you even got a shovel. So again, you're talking another 20 quid, 25 quid for that one. It's really heavy. What else I got here? So we've got a nice brass trivet. Victorian, late 19th century. Can't see a reg number on, maker on it. Used to be really collectible, but now that's like a tenner. I'll still sell it, but if I didn't sell it, it'd go in my scrap. But it's a nice Victorian trivet, but again, it's like a tenner's worth. Oh. This is quite nice. So you have an Indian man, I would assume, sitting on a bench, smoking a pipe or whatever they smoke. Solid cast brass again. It's not hollow. It is solid. And again, it's all sort of the same sort of money. Then I got a group of horses. Don't ask me why I got a group of brass horses, but this whole box, as I say, was all brass. And I got a little brass deer. I'll probably put the deer in with the horses, and about 15, 20 quid on that little group. This is quite nice. We have a solid brass door knocker, and you've got the lucky horseshoe and the horse head in the middle there. It's got some good age to it. It's probably mid 20th century, that one, and again 15, 20 quid. This is a stamp box. You can see the pierced work in the flowers, 2 compartments for the stamps. Now these were produced by Past Times. They're a reproduction of a much earlier thing, but these stamp boxes, even the Past Time ones, still, a double one like that, still 10, 15 pound, no problem at all. This is a nutcracker, and it has a scene of Shakespeare on either side. So a little souvenir piece, certainly 20th century, and again, not a fortune. It might be a tenner if somebody wants to collect a nutcracker. Nice collectible nutcracker. The urn on his own isn't saleable enough. There's no value, not enough value on that, but believe it or not, it's got a good weight to it. Little milk churn, milk urn. Nice old corkscrew. You would have had a little bit of a brush, like a shaving brush type end sticking out a bit here to brush the cork off the bottle, but that's a nice 19th century corkscrew. That's 10 or 15 pounds. And we got a pewter sugar caster. Sugar caster or sifter. Now this is arts and crafts. You can see that by the hammered pewter. You see all the dents that's been hammered. English Pewter Alexandra Company Limited. The Alexandra Company Limited. It's going to need a clean, but that will only be, now how I'll clean this will simply be how I wash dishes, which will be a bit of soap, fairy liquid or something like that in water, warm water. I do not want to strip the patina off, I just want to take all the muck off it and give her a clean. So what we got, let's say it's £30 there for horses and the door knocker, say another 15, that's 45, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 200, 220, 240, 240, 270, a bit more than that, 270, 280, 300, 320, 320, 340, about £350, £360, give or take, are the bits you see in that box there. That's not bad for the first box out of the lockup, is it?
Okay, so you just saw the first of many, many, many boxes to come out of the lockup this winter. I've got until April, well, Easter, so April, end of April, before all my field car boot sales start back up. I bet you I got probably 4, 5, 6,000 pieces sitting in a lockup waiting to be listed, because I got crates like that full of silver and jewelry and gold. I got a box like that full of coins. And when you consider I got a full-size shipping container full floor to ceiling waiting to be listed. So it's going to be an interesting year. This winter, there will be very, very few actual car boot sales. I'll do a few where I want to clear some junk as I pull it out of the car, out of the lockup, and that if it's not good enough to sell on the website, it'll end up at the car boot sale. But I won't be doing specific car boot sales now all the way up until Easter. I'm going to work on website repairs, website metadata and things. I'll be working on emptying my lockup and listing all that. And I've still got half an office sitting there full of Waterford and some high-end pieces that I bought in the summertime. I haven't even opened the boxes yet. I bought that much, but it's what I do. I know in my area there's no undercover or indoor car boot sales. So what I do, I buy so much through the summer, even though I know I can't get through it, I can't list it all. I buy it in the summer, list what I can, put the rest in the box, and then come the winter, I've got enough stock to get through without spending a penny. So all the money between now and April that comes in just builds up the piggy bank. I list all the stock I've already bought very, very cheaply through the summer. So I hope you enjoyed. And now, if you like seeing this type of video, honestly, I got a little section for called hoarders videos in my playlists. And there's 4 or 5 videos in there where I was in my garage and I was pulling boxes out and they were full of solid silver and 18th century decanters and things. Really good videos. In fact, I'll link the playlist into the description. So if you're interested, there's 4 or 5 videos there that are really, really brilliant. It's just wonderful. When I pull old stock out, it's got to be hundreds of boxes like this that are just sitting there waiting to be listed. Can't wait. It's going to be an interesting winter. This is the winter where I catch up, because at the moment I've been playing catch up for probably 5, 6 years and I haven't got there yet, but I want to try and get it done this winter. That's my goal. Thank you for watching. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Walter O'Neill and I am the founder of antiquesarena.com, one of the largest antique websites there is. certainly privately owned anyway. You find me on YouTube, Patreon. I have a membership on YouTube now where I put all my educational content. I've even wrote a couple of books. If you want to learn how to do what I do, go to my website, and in the top menu you'll find a little section that says books, and you can purchase the books I wrote as well, which are perfect to help you learn how to be an antique dealer. I will see you soon. Thank you very much.